Superman and Lois, Season 1, Episode 2, Title Heritage. Now, this episode is a fantastic episode like last week. Last week was fantastic, and this week is fantastic. And here's the most interesting part of it. It's handled really well as well, but all the Superman elements, all the action scenes, and Captain Luthor, and why does Luthor hate Superman that much outside him being a Luthor and all that, that's like the most uninteresting part of the show. Like, it's there. It feels like, Captain Luthor is just there to move on, certain characters' journeys. There might be like, the first wave of Marvel villains for the MCU. It might be like that. It's the most uninteresting part, but it's still handled pretty well. The interesting part is the stuff doing with Clark. Him reconnecting, trying to reconnect with his sons, now knowing who he truly is, trying to be back in their lives, all those type of aspects of it, and all that family drama is what makes this show so far really well done and really well interesting and very entertaining and really well written, and all those words that just describes a good show. I mean, the stuff with Jonathan, that's fantastic. The stuff with Lois is fantastic. Like, I knew, it did felt like, okay, Clark is going to have this Captain Luthor thing, well, Lois is going to deal with this, trying to understand why the debts of certain farms rising up. And she's trying to show what her journalist instincts are. I knew that was going to happen, but the stuff with that was, I mean, here's the thing. Seeing Lois Lane just going for on journalists, and there's a point where you have like a piss off Lois, and I was like, okay, yeah, I wouldn't want to piss off Lois Lane. Yeah, I was like, so, Lois' story is fantastic. As I mentioned, Jonathan is, I mean, Jonathan's probably is the best storyline in this episode. Because what Jonathan's storyline is, essentially, it's about a person's whole identity, whose whole DNA is at somewhere else. His friends, his girlfriend, all the stuff that makes him is all over Metropolis, and he's in Smallville. And so he's finding himself, oddly enough, the nature of his dad, he feels alien. He feels like a whole new place. He feels insecure. He doesn't feel like himself. Plus all the baggage that, with Sarah's boyfriend and all that, still holding a grudge because it's the captain of the football team, and we all know how captain of the football teams go. They're a bit of a douche with the whole thing of like, your brother kissed my girlfriend. But he didn't know that she had a girlfriend, that she has a boyfriend. Gets the guy just like, no, remember, teenagers, they think with something else, not actually with their heads. But it's all the show so far is absolutely fantastic. I do think General Lang is going to become a villain. It's going to be like, oh, you want some kryptonite, Captain Luthor? I know it's technically Lex or something, so I'm just going to call him Captain Luthor. Captain Luthor, here's all the kryptonite. To put Clark back in his place, shaping Clark the man that he wants Clark to be as Superman. It's the whole thing of Lois wants him to be both. Well, General Lane wants him to be Superman full-time, 24/7. And it's so great. I think it's going to add really good drama and good family drama towards it. And that I think he's going to become a villain. I think it's going to be, because in the comics and all the anime stuff and Supergirl, all that kind of stuff, he has always come across as like the William Stryker or the of the DC universe. Like, he's very, the good for our country, and emissions and there's a war and aliens and anti-alien and all that kind of stuff. So I think doing that but adding so much of a three-dimensional character,